Drugs. You don't wanna fuck with me, I let him go. I'm afraid you know that money, I don't see it all. I guess I'm slow, so they always catch me. I believe it up, I bounce like it up. Some bitches to my niggas that's behind the wall. Tell them I ain't slowing down, man, I want it all. I'm on the edge till the niggas catch me. I'ma live it up, I bounce like it up. Fuck a star, I'm an astronaut. Baby, gon' grab a shot. Know I'm trying to slide like rap a lot. Blown back half a block. Trick, I'd rather not. I'm from the hood, baby, I ain't always have a lot. Waking in the morning again. Look up at the ceiling of the day up in the
Get familiar with the name, bitches. When they think they figured me out, that's when my lane switches.
you don't wanna fuck with me, I let him go. Tell them bitch you know that money, I don't see it all. I guess I'm slow, so they always catch me. I'ma live it up, I bounce like it up. Some bitches to my niggas that's behind the wall. Tell them I ain't slowing down, man, I want it all. I'm on the edge till the niggas catch me. I'ma live it up, I bounce like it up.
Bitch, look for me. Thick hips and ass, juicy Qatari. So much head is boring, cause I fell to the top. Hit me Patron pouring, I've been clipping in the 50. Either shooting, I'll be scoring. Act a fool, snatch your brain in your chain next. Spray text, watch you skate like Wayne Gretz. Still cares, he be folding up. Call me C4 cheese, cause I'm blowing up, rolling up. Nigga, yeah, the sour and the cuts. Niggas put bitches over money, the power of the puss. Me and Chinks cop the head coops. That's the same thing, no Jews involved. I show you my name ring. For the men of
Welcome. Football narrative with the narrative God. I am the narrative God. Welcome. Now, week one, open the week. We here. It was lit. I mean, what can you say about week one that hasn't been said the past couple days? I mean, let's start with our word of the week. Word of the week for week one. Let me pull that out for y'all real quick. Word of the week for week one is overreaction. Overreaction, which is what we all do during week one, after week one. I mean, what can you say? Let's go down the list. Miami looked good against New England. The overreaction there would be that, Belichick ain't the smartest. He ain't looking like the genius he was looking with Brady. Now, it's one game. And I'll get to that in my closing thought, but it's one game. Chill out. Another overreaction that we could probably take from week one, which I've heard a lot. I heard this a lot on yesterday. The Buccaneers are the best team in the NFC. I still don't see that. I'm not going to jump out the window yet. I need to see them against some competition. Obviously, Dallas at home must not be enough competition. Another overreaction that I heard. I'm not gonna subscribe to it though, because we're in the same division. You know what I mean? I'm bias gang. Brian Daboll is gonna turn the Giants around. Now, I'm Team Saquon. I mean, I said it on the Get Your Bars All pod. Shout out to homies, Ari, Gino, Sue, Joe. I said it yesterday. I'm Team Saquon. However, I need to see more of Brian Daboll. I need to see more. I need to see him as well with some stiff competition because honestly, bruh, Tennessee's trash, man. You know, I'm FTT, fuck the Titans gang all day. Let's talk about this Monday night game, though. Russell Wilson comes back to Seattle. Lumen Field is what they calling it now, the 12th man. And he gets booed out the building. He gets booed out the building. He looked good. He looked good early. Now, the decision making is where I need to harp on here. I feel like Nathaniel Hackett can't hack it. Nathaniel Hackett proved to me he's a shit coach. I mean, offensive coordinator. It doesn't really, I don't know. You pay the guy $250 million, or you trust your kicker to kick a 64-yard field goal. Obviously, they went with the fucking the field goal. Honestly, I would have trusted Nick Cole. What up? I would have trusted Russell Wilson to get to 5 yards. It's 5 yards. You're paying him $250 million. Trust that man to give you 5 yards. If not, he can run it. He got legs. Like, come on. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. And Geno Smith on the other end is whipping that defense's ass. I think he started off, 16 for 16, 15 for 15? One of y'all in the comments let me know. He looked good. But again, word of the day, overreaction. I'm seeing a lot of, Seattle got a good guy in their hands. He's gonna be benched by week 4. Benched by week 4. I'm calling it. He had a quote at the end of the game. They interviewed him at the end of the game, and he said, and I quote, "They wrote me off, but I ain't right back." Now that's hard. I like it, but it's only week 1, my man. It's only week 1. You still gotta go to LA. You gotta go to SoFi. You gotta go to San Fran. And I mean, Arizona too. Arizona's still tough. They got their ass whooped yesterday on Sunday with Pat Mahomes. That's another one we're gonna talk about later in my 5 favorite things. Pat Mahomes cooking them. But Geno for MVP. Who is Mountain? Oh shit, Mitch, what up? Mitch, pull up if you're not busy. Geno for MVP, he wildin'. No, man, Arizona's still a good team, but I will say Kyler ain't look good. And that little clause he had on his contract is starting to, I don't know, it's starting to look like the Arizona brass was right in putting that in his contract. Now, again, overreaction. It is 1 game, but come on, man. You got weapons. You still have, I believe, let me see. Let me pull up these stats real quick, man. Because I know Mahomes had 5 of them things without Tyreek Hill, too. That was a statement game. I don't need Tyreek Hill. I got Travis Kelce over here. A blue with a little bit of gold. My nigga. Shout out Cole. Go Chargers, go. They look good too, Cole. We're going to get to the Chargers. They are a part of my 5 favorite things. The Chargers looked really good on Sunday. But I'm still not sold on Herbert. Y'all want to crown Herbert. I'm not going to crown him just yet. Not going to crown that nigga just yet. What we got? Cardinals. Oh, yeah. Sacked twice. I mean, it wasn't a bad game. Kyler Murray didn't have a bad game. I mean, 22 for 34, 193, 2 touchdowns, 8.8 per attempt. He got sacked twice. He didn't throw any picks. He also led his team in rushing at 29 yards. The Chargers playoff rule. If you're talking about the playoff rule that I think you're talking about, Cole, it's the Bills and the Josh Allen playoff rule. Josh Allen cried to them niggas up top, and he got his little overtime rule. Nah, man, but KC they look legit, man. But also at the same time, can you really trust me, Cole Hardman? Can you trust the TikTok nigga? Juju, can you? I don't know. I can't trust the TikTok nigga. I can't trust the TikTok nigga. I'm sorry. I don't like TikTok. Defund TikTok. But I can't trust Juju. Sorry. But let's move on to my 5 favorite things of the week. Now, this is where I pick out 5 things, 5 players, 5 whatever that caught my attention this week. We're going to start off with the first, Justin motherfucking Jefferson. 9 receptions, 184 yards, and 2 touchdowns, treating Jair Alexander like burnt toast out there. They took a picture of Justin Jefferson when he was he was on the sideline, I believe. He was on the sideline somewhere. They took a picture of him, and he had the grill out. And they was like, yo, this nigga really on demon time. He was crazy. But he ate up all them DBs, man. And I mean, they was playing school kids. Aaron Rodgers is over there throwing it to fucking 5th graders, damn near. But yeah, the Justin Jefferson, Aaron Rodgers is quoted in saying at the end of the game that Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league right now. I'm not going to jump out the window just yet. Not going to jump out the window just yet. It's a white dude in LA right now named Cooper Kupp that might have something to say about that. And it's a nigga in Cincinnati that might have something to say about that. Number 2. Saquon Barkley. We talked about him a little bit at the start of the show. Saquon Barkley, 164 yards, including the 2-point conversion that won the Giants the game. I think he's back. I think if he stays healthy and if he continues to play like this, I think we're looking at maybe a comeback player of the year award for him. Perhaps. I mean, I wouldn't put the Giants in the playoffs, man. Like I said, I don't believe in Brian Daboll. Daniel Jones, I don't believe in that nigga. Like it's Saquon is going to anchor that offense. We saw that plenty on Sunday. That's going to be his offense. I'm glad he's back, man. I remember watching him at Penn State and thinking like, yo, like this. He reminds me. Not a lot of running backs remind me of this nigga, but like prime USC Reggie Bush. That's Saquon. If you are old enough to remember USC Reggie Bush before the sanctions, yeah, he was him. And I think Saquon, he come from that ilk. But I think the key is just to stay healthy, stay on the field, and prosper. Number 3, the Bills defense. Now, this game happened on Thursday on the opener. Bills Rams. We had the Bills win 31-10. And I think I've said it before, the most alarming thing about this game was the Bills gave up 3 turnovers and still won by 21. Kudos to that defense. Von Miller with tell y'all right now. I got the Bleacher Report pulled up. You hear me? Von Miller with and he didn't do nothing, but his presence was felt. And I said it yesterday on the pod. His presence was felt, but also his absence was felt because that pass rush. Jackson had a sack, Russo had a sack, Beneford had a sack, Poyer had a sack, Basham had a sack. That pass rush is gonna be the key for the Bills this season. And I mean, I already think they have one of the best secondaries in the league with Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Tre'Davious White when he comes back. I think that secondary and that pass rush with Von Miller, bruh, that's what they needed last year because Mahomes was treating that shit like Swiss cheese D in the playoffs. But yeah, Bills defense 31-10. I mean, we got it. Josh Allen gets enough praise. He does, but we want to give the spotlight to the Bills D because they showed the fuck out. And then to keep the Rams a high-powered offense to 10 points on the road too. Kudos to them. Number 4, Khalil Mack. Cole, this is for you. San Diego Chargers. Khalil Mack, 3 sacks in his debut with the Chargers. Man, I haven't seen Khalil Mack look this good since he played in fucking Oakland. Like, it's been a while. Like, I think, barring injury, I think my man is back. I think he can go back to that defensive player of the year form that he had early on in his career. I think with a nigga like Magabosa on the other end, I think that could potentially bring some headaches for opposing quarterbacks. I mean, they had Derek Carr. They had that nigga doing this. Like, he looked. And I had him starting on one of my fantasy teams, too. I'm pissed off, man. Man, Khalil Mack, let me look up his stat line real quick. But I think with Khalil Mack, too, if they're not doing a snap, what is it? Not a snap count. If they don't do to Khalil Mack what they did to him in Chicago, where they were monitoring his snaps and his touches, and they just let him free reign, I think he'll be able to eat. Because the way they were kind of managing him in Chicago, where he was only doing like, oh, you play this drive, oh no, you play this drive, or you play this drive, I was not a fan of that. Like it was weird. Matt Nagy's a shit coach anyway. So, pull this up. Khalil Mack. Yeah. 3 of them things. And an interception. Yeah. He's listen, man. The Chargers defense, man. Cole, your Chargers, they look good. And Herbert, little Herbo is what they call him. 26 for 34, 279, 3 touchdowns. What was his quarterback rating? Oh, damn, 129. Yeah, he ain't him yet. You got to be somebody credible. Beat somebody credible. Then I'll crown you. But you beating on bottom dwellers. And last on my favorite things list, Patrick motherfucking Mahomes. What adjectives can you say about him without speaking in hyperbole? The guy is elite, and he proves it. Like, bro, they took his main weapon away from him, and he still looked like prime 2017, 2018. Like, he still looked like his MVP year. Like, it's crazy. And then the thing about it is too, Mahomes, whenever he's in the pocket, he don't look phased. He looks unfazed in the pocket, which for a lot of, well, I think that's because he's a running QB. I think he can run, and I think when you're a runner, that run, evade that shit quick. I think Mahomes though, he looking real MVP-ish. I think he could get that MVP. I think if Jefferson continues to soar the way he's soaring, I think he can go for that MVP. And a sleeper, don't sleep on Brady either. Don't sleep on Brady. He threw for 5,000, over 5,000 yards last year and got robbed of an MVP. He would want nothing more than to retire with an MVP. Because I believe the report came out on a little before the game started on Sunday that this is, in fact, his last year. He is gone after this year. And he better be, because his marriage is on the rocks. You didn't hear that from me. Yeah, those are my 5 favorite things. I'm going to do that every week, just picking out the 5 notable things I liked from the football week. It's crazy, man. It's just so much. It's just so much shit, man. The Commanders look good too. The Commanders, man. The Washington football team. Y'all didn't even have a name last year. Y'all didn't even have a name. They just called you Washington. Looked good against what's his name? He looked like Rhea Ripley with long hair. Trevor Lawrence. Come on, man. Like, even they look good. Let's talk about these ties, though. That ain't even my favorite. Let's talk about these ties, though. Indianapolis Colts. Who did they play? The Texans. A fucking tie. I know Matt Ryan want to go back to Atlanta. Atlanta. We're going to get to that, too. Matt Ryan is on the Colts, and it still same old Matt Ryan, man. Noodle arm. That noodle arm is catching up with him. Let me see. And I believe today they cut the kicker that missed those field goals too. The little nerdy looking nigga with the glasses, Blankenship, some shit. But yeah, they cut his ass. He gonna go do somebody homework or something. But yeah, there's no excuse, man. Y'all get paid millions of dollars, man. Don't play to a fucking tie. And then Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, which that game almost gave me a fucking coronary because I had Jamar Chase on 2 of my fantasy teams. That almost went to a tie too. They were shanking field goals left and right. Finally, Boswell gets it together and makes, I think it was a 47-yarder, 44-yarder. It was a chip shot for him. But my nigga, like I think it started off with Evan McPherson. Money Mac is what they call him. They called him that all last year. Money Mac. Misses 2 of them things. 2. And then it gave left the door open for Chris Boswell. Chris Boswell clinches it. Fam, if we were to have 2 ties in week 1, I would have had to slide that into my favorite things. That would have been hilarious. But anyway, moving on. We're going to go to another segment, Rewind Moment of the Week. Now, initially, before yesterday, my rewind moment of the week was going to be for the Raiders. Giving the ball more to Josh Jacobs. I think Josh Jacobs didn't really do much, but he also didn't really get a lot of carries, oddly enough. Believe he only had about 10 carries, 57 yards, 5.7 yards per carry, which is pretty good. Wish they would have fed him some more. My rewind moment was for them to rely on Jacobs, feed the beast, and get the ball out of Carr's hands. But Nathaniel Hackett, bro, this segment is for you. Like, total mismanagement of the clock, total mismanagement of the playbook. Like, again, you pay this man $250 million M's to carry y'all, put the team on his back, and you rely on the little who is there? McManus? Is it McManus? You rely on Jeff McManus to kick a 64-yard field goal. Is that even his career high? Is his career high even over 60? Exactly. Like, you rely on Jeff McManus to get you a field goal. He misses. Like, fam, it comes down to the coaching. I don't even blame Russell Wilson for that. I blame Nathaniel Hackett. Like, the rewind should have been get those 5 yards by any means necessary. You have Javonte Williams. You have Russell Wilson, who can also run. You have Jerry Jeudy. Like, come on, Frass, what up? Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. First game jitters, maybe. Who knows? But I totally expect them to get it together next week because, fam, it's preposterous. Preposterous. And I know we did these on a pod yesterday, but I'm gonna do some predictions as well. Let's start off with the Thursday nighter. Chargers Chiefs. Cole, if you're watching, I'm sorry, dog. But Chiefs got that. Chiefs got that. Mahomes is him. Herbert ain't him. I don't believe in Herbert like you niggas believe in Herbert. Mahomes never failed me. He's at home. Mahomes at home. That's funny. Yeah. 37-31. 37-31. Fries, what? Fries, how are y'all drafting? I'm tuning in for my. Are y'all drafting now after week 1? How'd that go? 37-31. Chiefs. It'll be a high-scoring affair. First 1:00 game on Sunday. Bucks Saints. This is the one. This is the one I want to see right here. Brady versus that boy Jameis. Bringing them boys back last Sunday on in Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta blowing leads again. Look at that. See, I took an L first week. Oh, Frass, come on, Frass. Who was your quarterback? We know who your quarterback was. I got New Orleans. I got New Orleans taking this. I hate Tom Brady. But I know GOAT when I see it. But Michael Thomas is back. Jarvis Landry looked real good. Kamara is lethal out of the backfield, receiving and running. I think the Saints. Could you consider this an upset? No, this wouldn't be an upset if they beat them. Saints 24, Bucks 21. Saints 24, Bucks 21. Brady will look good. He'll lose gracefully. Next game, Colts, Jaguars. I wish I didn't have to pick a winner. Also, nobody in the AFC South won. Let me point that out. Nobody in the AFC South won their game. My man. Worst division in football, bar none. I got Rhea Ripley with the long hair winning against the Colts. I got the Jags, Trevor Lawrence. He's him and whoever he throwing to. Marvin Jones is still there. Travis Etienne. They might do a little 13-10, 17-10 maybe. It'll be a low scoring affair. Commanders, Lions. I think Commanders got this. The Lions, I didn't touch on it earlier, but my Eagles were playing the Lions. We were up, but they gave us a little bit of a scare. We won 38-35. Obviously our pass rush sucks. We got to work on that, but our offense looked great. AJ Brown 10 for 155. Jalen Hurts looked good throwing the ball and running it. High hopes for that offense. That defense needs some fucking work. And we picked up a lot of contracts on the offseason. CJ Gardner-Johnson. We got Darius Slay still there, and we picked up James Bradbury. Come on, I need to see something. We got all these hitters. That being said, I got the Commanders 30, Lions 13. I think the Lions are going to get blown out this one. Get brought back down to earth a little bit. Dolphins, Ravens. Now on the pod yesterday, I said the Dolphins, but I gave it some thought. Oh, man. That defense, that Ravens defense is going to Tua don't look good in front of those stout defenses, man. And the Ravens have a nice little front four. They got Kyle Hamilton. They got Kyle Hamilton on the defensive backfield. And I mean, their secondary, Marlon Humphrey, Chucky Clark. It might be a long day for the Dolphins. Yeah, they got some get back. Yes, they did, man. Mitch, it's the Jets, though, my nigga. It's the Jets. The Jets wear green because they want to match the dumpster that they came from. It's the Jets, my guy. But this one here, they're gonna make the statement beating these Dolphins, who are heavily favored. Heavily favored. I got the Ravens 31-21. I'll give them 21 points. 31-21 Ravens. I think Lamar's gonna go off though. Lamar looked good last game. Like, pay that nigga, dog. But also, it's his fault too, because they offered him a $290 million contract. That's more than Russell Wilson, who can't run for 5 yards or throw for 5 yards. Apparently, $290 million. Take that. But that's what happens when your mother is your agent. You know what I mean? Like, they probably give her contract left and right, and she's like, no, man. Like, get that nigga Drew Rosenhaus or something. Drew Rosenhaus to represent an athlete or something. Get him Drew Rosenhaus. I got the Ravens, though. Ravens 31-21 over the Dolphins. Jets and Browns. This one is another one of those I do not care for. You just heard me talk about the Jets. They wear green to match the dumpsters that they came from. And the Browns, who looked good, they spoiled the Baker Mayfield reunion. He talked all that shit to take the L. And in the press conference, he was like, talking about a field goal, whatever. I can't stand Baker Mayfield. I can't stand him. He is about 2 bad games away from being the next Johnny Manziel. Just saying. But with that being said, that running game is high-powered, man. That Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, man, they're going to ride them niggas till the wheels fall off. Pause. I got them blowing out the Jets. The Jets might not score a touchdown for 2 games straight. 2 games straight. Jets 3. I think the Browns give them a 40 burger. 42-3. 42-3 Browns. I like that. Who's your top 5 slept on picks for? Got you, Fraz. Got you. Seeing as I won all of my leagues this week, all 3 of them, god damn it. You got here Panthers, Giants. I talked all that shit about Baker Mayfield. Nah. Team Saquon. Saquon, another 100-yard plus rushing for him. What 2 teams? Miyagi, what up, my nigga? He pulled out. What? Real quick, my Super Bowl prediction. Man, this one's gonna. I want to say New Orleans. New Orleans look good, man. I'm sorry. And they got my favorite rookie, Chris Olave. They got him in the tuck. New Orleans representing the NFC. Buffalo representing the AFC. Bills, Saints, and Arizona for the Super Bowl this year. But as far as this game, I got Saquon and the Giants winning 30-24. And now this is the last 1 o'clock game. Them bitch-ass Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh, New England, they have a very predicted Giants. Oh, I forgot because he's a Giants fan. Pittsburgh and New England have a very storied rivalry, to say the least. But this was storied when Brady was there. When Brady was there and Big Grape, that's when, you know what I mean? That's when shit was popping. Now we got who they got? Trubisky. We got Trubisky and Mac Jones. Honest to goodness, man, I don't believe that Mitch Trubisky is going to get it done. I don't. I do not. I think Belichick and the Patriots rebound. I think they'll get their first W of the year in this game. It'll be close. I'll give the Steelers that. It'll be close, but I'm only saying the Patriots because in that Bengals game, they lost a couple key players. Najee Harris is out. TJ Watt, I believe, is out for 6 weeks. I think he's out for half the year with a torn pec. So I think Cam Hayward is out too. So that's a lot of firepower out of that lineup. Going to play against a team like New England with a genius like Belichick. Genius. Yeah, New England, 24, Pittsburgh. Man. Pittsburgh 14, New England 24. Now the 4 o'clocks. Falcons and Rams. LA, bro. LA got a rebound. They got a rebound from that L against Buffalo. And I don't believe in Atlanta. And Atlanta, the Falcons brass is nasty for picking Rotimi to do their fight song. They could have picked anybody in Atlanta. Anybody. Ludacris, T.I., Lil fucking John. Anybody. And you picked a nigga that's not from Atlanta. Like, come on. Dre from Power. And they blow leads. So I can't trust them to hold the lead. So why am I going to trust them to win? Right. Rams, they probably going to hang 40 on them. 42 to 14, maybe 42 to 20. It's going to be ugly. And they're at home too. Seahawks, Niners. These games are always good. I mean, Geno Smith looked good yesterday, but it's the other Magabosa. It's a Magabosa in San Diego and it's a Magabosa in San Francisco. I mean, LA, not San Diego. Pardon me. Cole, don't kill me. Yeah, that defense, they're going to have Geno Smith running for his life, man. And then Debo, who's stopping Debo? Jamal Adams got injured last night. So they don't have that leader in the secondary. Bro, Debo is going to run through these niggas. 34-21. 34-21. San Fran. I think Trey Lance gets the start. Perhaps. Maybe. Who knows? I would rather go with Trey Lance, though, because the Niners lost to the Bears on Sunday. The Bears. Justin Fields in the rain. That was fire. Let me see if I can find a picture of these niggas, man. That shit was dope-ass little picture of them in the rain. Justin Fields looked like he was having fun, too, man. Dope for him, man. But that might come to a screeching halt. Who knows? Bengals, Cowboys. This one's going to be interesting. No Dak Prescott. Out, I believe, 6 to 8 weeks is what Jerry Jones said, with a broken hand, and he has to get surgery. No Dak Prescott. That automatically. That's an automatic L. I mean, having Prescott clearly under center is an L too, but not having him is an L as well. All of that rhymed. Bengals. It'll be a little close because, I mean, they still have Zeke and they still have CD, who didn't do shit the other night either. I want to say 17-10 Cincinnati. Jamar Chase gets a touchdown, hopefully. Cardinals, Raiders. Two teams coming off of L's, needing wins. I think Derek Carr pulls it off. at home. Him and Devontae Adams looked good last game, even though they lost. But nah, man, Devontae looked good. I think he had about 10 of them things. He had 10 receptions. Let me see. Devontae Adams looked good in a loss. Yeah, 10 for 141 in the touchdown. Bruh. Ain't nobody. Isaiah Simmons, nah, not him. He ain't stopping Devontae, bro. Yeah, give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders by 2 touchdowns, 2 tutties. You'd say like 21-7. Cardinals only gonna score 7 points. It's bold of me, huh? We'll see. Texans Broncos. This is a weird matchup. Russell Wilson having to redeem himself against the Texans. Obviously Denver, easily Denver. They need this win. Nathaniel Hackett, I'm trusting you to come on, get your coaching together. I predict Russell Wilson will probably pull an Aaron Rodgers and just like whatever play Nathaniel Hackett is gonna call, he'll go to the huddle and be like, all right, this is what we're really running. He should have done that last night, but I think he'll implement that this game just so they can just, fly with him. Because oh man, like they blew that fucking game, man. That pisses me off. They blew that fucking game. And they were booing him too. You know how beautiful it would have been if Russell Wilson, amidst all them boos, would have ripped the hearts out of all of them Seattle 12th man motherfuckers. But we ride. Bears Packers, Sunday Night Football. Now, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have no one to throw to. I think he's throwing to like 4th and 5th stringers. Justin Fields don't have anybody to throw to. Who do I trust out of the pocket? I trust Justin Fields. Give me the Bears by a field goal. This one is going to be a low scoring affair because both of these offenses are trash so far. Like, give me 13-7. 13-7 or maybe 16-7, but I think the Bears might win this one. The Bears will win this one. And then we got the Monday Nighter. Oh, we got 2 of those. They giving us 2 Monday. That's fire. 2 Monday Night Football games. That's dope. Titans Bills. Come on now. I'm low key Bills Mafia. Don't tell nobody, but I'm low key Bills Mafia. Griselda Bills. Okay, 34-17 because it's FTT. Fuck the Titans. And I'll give you a bonus prediction. Josh Allen, this is the game. This, because I picked him to win MVP. This is the MVP game. This is the game that when they give him the MVP award, they reference as, oh, this is the game that he kind of set himself apart and put his name in the hat for that. This right here, this is going to be the game. 400 yards for Josh Allen. 400, I'm telling you, 400 yards, give him 3 touchdowns. This is going to be the one. And finally, the closer, Vikings versus my Eagles. We got to stop Justin Jefferson by any means necessary. Listen, Darius Slay, James Bradbury, CJ Gardner-Johnson, we paying you niggas bread. Play dirty if you have to. Bring back the bounty. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't bring back the bounty. Do whatever you can to stop this motherfucker. Because if not, he might go for 200. Running up on you. Running all up. Fam. Justin Jefferson is fast, man. We got to stop him. That's it. Like, and I'm not even worried about Kirk Cousins. I'm not worried about Dalvin Cook. I'm worried about Justin Jefferson. If we can find a way to stop Jefferson, we can win this game. Therefore, I'm not going to pick a winner. I don't have to. I'm not going to pick a winner. Now, that was it for predictions. Frass, you asked, I don't know if you're still watching, you asked who is my top 5 sleepers for fantasy. Tell you right now, big dog. Let me pull up my fantasy real quick. Well, one of them is Saquon Barkley. For sure. For sure. Shout out Nick, my nigga Nick. And I'm in his league, and I picked Saquon in his league. They laughed me out the group chat. I look like a genius now. Like Saquon is a sleeper. He's up there. Another sleeper. Let me see. Another sleeper, but you might have to actually no. What am I saying? Michael Thomas. Michael fucking Thomas. Like he's back. Like back. Like he's another sleeper. And it's crazy saying that Michael Thomas is a sleeper because once upon a time he was elite. He was that nigga, but injuries and off the field shit and got in the way. But he showed up and showed out last game. Another sleeper for us. Let me see. I'll be goddamn. AJ Dillon of the Green Bay Packers. They got nothing for receivers. As we saw last game, they relied on him a little more. So he's gonna be one of those guys where, oh, Chris, what up, man? Shout out CPE Pod too, man. Fuck is good, B. My nigga Chris, you heard? Yeah. AJ Dillon, they're gonna utilize him a lot in that offense as Aaron Rodgers' favorite weapon. So he's definitely a sleeper. And then one more for you, Fraz. Let me see. Then they had Devontae Smith on lock last game, huh? Gabriel Davis, Buffalo Bills Mafia. Gabriel Davis, he is blossoming into a legit number 2. I feel like he can turn it. He probably can be a little more than what Cole Beasley was for the Bills if he continues to do it. Like he's 4 for 88 and a touchdown. He is definitely one of those yards after catch, blow the top off the defense type of players. And it's crazy because Stephon Diggs is the same fucking thing. But they utilize him more as a possession receiver. But Gabriel Davis definitely is another sleeper of mine. But to close it out, closer thought of the week. This is where, where Jerry Springer, at the end of when people was fighting on stage, doing all that, you know what I mean? Yada, yada. He'd just sit on the little chair in the corner and he'd give you the closing thought. This is basically what that is. My closer thought of the week, it's week 1. If your team lost, relax. RELAX or RELAXXX, how Fraz spell it. Shout out Fraz. Relax. If your team lost, just chill. The season is long. It's 1 week. Calling it back to the word of the week. Overreact. Don't overreact. Also, remember, the Packers got blown the fuck out last year in the first game and ended up being the first seed in the playoffs. So it is a long season. Miyagi, the Giants are going to be bottom fucking dwellers, but Saquon is going to look great doing it. Like they're going to be 3-14, but Saquon's going to be like 1,500 yards rushing, probably 800 to 900 yards receiving, but with nothing to show for it. Like it's the Giants. Like, do you really trust the Giants? Like, come on. Like, nobody trusts the Giants. But with that being said, man, this was football narrative with the narrative God. This is episode 1, man. We just getting started. I'm gonna get back at y'all next week, man. And next Monday, Get Your Bars Off podcast returns. Me, the homie Ari, the homie Sue, the homie Joe, the homie Gino. We'll be back. Shout out to them. You can catch me on Twitter at @the_marketable1 and on IG at the King Cap. Actually, no, at King_Cap29 on IG, man. And Facebook, don't add me. Join the group. Join the Get Your Bars Off Podcast Network group on Facebook. Come on now, get the numbers up. But anyway, in closing, fuck you and good night.